In this series, we will discuss the National Evaluation Capacity Development. It will be divided into 3 main sections. In Part 1, we will discuss the importance of National Evaluation Capacity Development, NECD. In Part 2, we will talk about the lessons from national evaluation systems. And in Part 3, we will discuss NECD strategies and tools. So, first, let's talk about the importance of evaluation. An evaluation is a moment to stop and reflect on what we have been doing so far and the possibilities we have ahead of us. Furthermore, evaluation is a feedback mechanism which, from the beginning, is based on a diverse set of participatory and interactive opinions. UNEG, the United Nations Evaluation Group, defines evaluation as a systematic and impartial assessment. We already discussed the purpose of evaluation in the first video series on basics of evaluation. In case you missed this video, please see in the video description a link to this video series. Again, the purposes of evaluations are to promote accountability, learning, and improvement. Accountability and transparency are important since we are managing public funds from taxpayers, donors, and partners. Learning refers to the lessons learned that come from the reflections of past experiences, obstacles, errors, and achievements. Improvement refers to the evidence and objective information about performance and good practices that come out of an evaluation and helps decision makers and managers to improve their programs, make informed decisions, and plan strategically. The UN General Assembly enacted a resolution dedicated to building the capacity for evaluation. According to the Parliamentarians' Forum on Development Evaluation, there are 10 reasons why national evaluation policy is important. This shows that it is important for any country to have an evaluation policy, as this allows for evaluation standards and mechanisms and systems for independent evaluations, accountability, evidence-based programming, maximize national resources, and finally, to build trust. Furthermore, this will be an assurance to taxpayers, donors, and private investors, as it provides a level of accountability of the resources given by them. Evaluation also helps countries to be better aligned towards the achievements of the 2030 Agenda. Next to that, the UNICEF 2018 Evaluation Policy says that UNICEF seeks to help national authorities to evaluate their own programs and to contribute to the strengthening of the in-country evaluations through capacity building. The United Nations Evaluation Group, UNEG, has a working group on National Evaluation Capacity Development, NECD. Their definition of NECD is the process whereby state and non-state entities and individuals expand, reinforce, and sustain a national capacity to manage, produce, and use evaluation. NECD is linked to the national priorities and ultimately aims at strengthening governance through accountability and learning, and improving development and peace outcomes, in particular those of the 2030 Agenda, contributing to human rights and equity. So, what are the main elements of the NECD? First of all, every NECD strategy should be tailored to the specific context and should, therefore, pay particular attention to the cultural, social, and political context. No matter how successful a strategy is, what works for one country may not work for another country. To develop evaluation capacities, you will need to balance demand and supply. The demand side includes agencies that need quality evaluation for learning and accountability. Such agencies usually include national and, where appropriate, subnational government bodies, UN and multilateral organizations, donors, and major implementing agencies. The supply side includes organizations providing expertise for designing and conducting evaluations. And often these are also involved in capacity building and training initiatives. This group often includes voluntary organizations for professional evaluation, VOPEs, that can be NGOs, CSOs, academic institutions, and networks with this expertise. Furthermore, in each country you will need an enabling environment, which is basically having an evaluation culture, policies, and legislation, for example, laws, regulations, rules, institutions, strong political commitment, mechanisms facilitating citizen engagement evaluation, evaluator thinking, feedback loops, etc. So you can have the proper setting to develop your evaluation system and your evaluation process. Institutional capacity. Within institutions, state and non-state actors and available resources, meaning human resources, budgets, technical resources, as well as frameworks and capacity. At the individual level, people in the countries need to have stronger skills, experiences, and knowledge on how to conduct, manage, and use evaluations. For this, we will need a large group of skilled professionals and practitioners around evaluation. To conclude, for an effective NECD, the ideal scenario is to have a good demand for evaluation with a matching supply, an enabling environment, institutional capacities, and individuals with capacities. Thanks for watching this first part. In the next part, we will look at some lessons from national evaluation systems around the world.